Every 4 years, the entire planet stops. Wars have been paused, offices empty out, streets go silent, and then, all at once, erupt. Billions of people, from every corner of the earth, locked onto one single event. The FIFA World Cup. It is the most watched sporting event in human history. More than the Olympics. More than the Super Bowl. More than anything else we have ever created. But it didn't just appear. Someone had to dream it up. Someone had to fight for it. And the story of how it came to be is just as dramatic as any match ever played inside it. To understand how the World Cup was born, you have to go back to the late 1800s. Football, what most of the world calls soccer, was spreading like wildfire. England had formalized the rules in 1863 with the creation of the Football Association. From there, the game jumped borders. South America caught the fever. Europe was obsessed. By the early 1900s, football wasn't just a sport. It was a language, a universal one. In 1904, a group of European football leaders came together in Paris and founded FIFA, the Fédération Internationale de Football Association. Their goal was simple: unite the world's football nations under one roof. But a global tournament, that idea was still years away. For a while, the Olympic Games were the closest thing to an international football competition. Football was included in the 1900 Olympics, and by 1908 it had become a real event. But there was a massive problem. The Olympics only allowed amateur players. No professionals, which meant the best footballers in the world, the ones fans actually wanted to see, couldn't compete. South American nations, who had some of the most talented players on earth, were especially frustrated. They wanted a real competition, a professional one, a global one, and one man decided to make it happen. His name was Jules Rimet, a French lawyer and football administrator. Rimet became FIFA president in 1921, and from day one, he had a mission: create a standalone football world championship, completely separate from the Olympics. He faced enormous resistance. Many European football associations didn't see the point. Travel was expensive and time-consuming. The Atlantic Ocean was not something you crossed lightly in the 1920s. But Rimet was relentless. He lobbied. He negotiated. He convinced. And in 1928, at the FIFA Congress in Amsterdam, the vote was finally passed. The World Cup was officially approved. Now they needed a host country. Several nations put their hands up: Sweden, Hungary, Italy, Spain, the Netherlands. But Jules Rimet and FIFA chose Uruguay. Why Uruguay? Because in 1924 and 1928, Uruguay had won back-to-back Olympic football gold medals. They were the best team on the planet. And in 1930, they were celebrating 100 years of independence. They promised to build a brand new stadium, cover travel costs for all teams, and put on a show the world would never forget. The tournament kicked off on July 13, 1930. 13 nations competed. Only 13, because most European teams refused to make the long boat journey across the Atlantic. Just 4 European sides showed up: France, Belgium, Romania, and Yugoslavia. But none of that dampened the passion. The host nation, Uruguay, stormed through the tournament. In the final, played in front of nearly 70,000 roaring fans in Montevideo, Uruguay faced Argentina. Neighbors, rivals. The tension was electric. Uruguay won 4-2. The World Cup had its first champion. The trophy awarded that day was a golden statuette of Nike, the Greek goddess of victory, holding up a globe. It was designed by French sculptor Abel Lafleur, and it stood just over 35 centimeters tall. It was later renamed the Jules Rimet Trophy, in honor of the man who made it all possible. From those humble beginnings, 13 teams, no TV coverage, and a boat ride across the ocean just to participate, the World Cup grew into something almost impossible to comprehend. Today, 48 nations compete. Billions of dollars change hands. The host country transforms. And over 5 billion people tune in worldwide. All because one man in Paris, in 1921, refused to give up on a dream. Jules Rimet didn't just create a tournament. He created a reason for the whole world, every nation, every culture, every language, to care about the same thing, at the same time. And for 90 minutes every few days, for one magical month every 4 years. We're not rivals, we're just fans.